Jimmy Barron is here today. Good morning, sir.
Morning, everyone. How you guys doing?
Are you able to sleep the night before when you're coming on the show?
It's difficult. The excitement, the anticipation. Look at Leslie Fram and Steve Barnes.
Mm-hmm. Have you done any other broadcasting since we've seen you last?
No, this is it. This is This is my gig.
I have a few questions.
It's where I scratch the itch.
Wait. But you are doing like some play-by-play for some baseball team.
Well, that's not broadcasting.
Well, it's stadium announcing.
Yeah. I do have some questions along these lines. We'll get to that in the next segment. Right now, we must Sleaze. It's presented by McDonald's. The best part about working at McDonald's is the people. Sleaze us, Fram.
Well, I love when JB sits in on Celebrity Sleaze. I don't know if you saw the Billy Joel special, but hey, a lot of surprise guests at Madison Square Garden for that special. Mellencamp, Olivia Rodrigo, Steve Miller, many more. So here's Billy introducing a little surprise guest at the 100th show.
I'm going to bring on a friend of mine. I met this guy back in the early 80s, late 70s. He's one of my favorite musicians. Please welcome Sting.
Get myself into some boring routine. Why can't I calm down? Why is it always a fight? I can't get unwound. Why do I throw myself into the night?
I thought that was cool. I thought Seinfeld coming out and dropping a banner at Madison Square Garden was pretty cool, too.
What did he drop? Like a Billy Joel banner?
100, yeah. Like, I guess where all the basketball banners are.
I am dying to see this show. Leslie, have you seen it?
No, I'm dying to see it as well. I love the new Billy Joel song.
I think it's phenomenal. I mean, when he did it on the, was it the Grammys?
Did on the Grammys, and you're the one that sent me the video, and I thought the video was really poignant as well.
How many shows is he doing?
That's what I was wondering. Does he have an end date for this?
I think this is the last year. But I mean, obviously over 100.
Well, the people in New York who they were reporting about it on the news at the climax of Piano Man, and listen to what happened. So this is like on the news in the New York area, of course, where this is.
It was here too.
That was everywhere?
It was the whole East Coast pretty much. This happened in the middle of Piano Man at the very end of the show.
I thought this was just in New York. Maybe that's this feed, but check out what happened.
From WJC, it's breaking news.
Breaking news at the crowd's going crazy.
It's unbelievable.
Apparently, what happened was because the Masters ran over, it shifted their entire schedule, and nobody in New York headquarters or CBS headquarters anticipated it. So it's all on computer, and it just smash cut to the news on a lot of the East Coast. I think some of the Midwest channels as well. He did a few years ago. He had his own Sirius channel, Billy Joel, and every show was just him with a piano, and he would talk about the songs that he had written. It was like, remember when Elton was up in studio that one time, and he had a piano, and he would talk about how he wrote certain songs. And the whole Billy Joel channel was him talking about how he wrote different songs, and he would go into them and tell us stories. And he's a great storyteller. It was really great.
They need to make a docuseries out of that. I have to say, people are still talking about all the surprise appearances at Coachella. Did you see Will Smith came out and sang with J Balvin?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even know that until I saw that in the news. And then, of course, we saw that Billie Eilish popped up with Lana Del Rey. Kind of funny, Paris Hilton playing cornhole with Vampire Weekend. Yeah.
That's funny. Well, Will Smith, he came up to sing Men in Black.
Yes.
And he was dressed up in the Men in Black suit, his black suit with black tie.
Really funny.
And glasses, yeah. My dad used to love Coachella.
What?
Now, he couldn't even tell you what it was, where it was.
Why do you like it?
So my mom and dad, for many years, now just my mom, they live in Rancho Mirage, which is just a stone's throw from Coachella out in Palm Springs area. And so I have I don't know, I'm uncomfortable saying this, but I have a couple of hot cousins.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds uncomfortable.
Okay, and so the two of them would always go out there during their college years with a bunch of their other college-aged girlfriends to Coachella, and they would go for like a week, and they would stay with Uncle Artie and Aunt Gail.
Oh!
And they would stay with my parents. They would just pile all in their little house. And, it's like 95 degrees out there. So when they weren't at Coachella, they were just mingling around at the pool in their bikinis. All these like 5 or 10, 20-something-year-old girls.
Now it makes sense why your dad likes Coachella.
My dad loved Coachella. Yep, big Coachella fan.
That's funny.
I thought you were going to tell me he was hanging out backstage, but no.
Well, you used to have Weekend 2 coming up this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah, have they sold? Because I had read that they weren't doing very well tickets with Weekend 2. That,
I don't know.
That Weekend 1 sold out. Like Weekend 2, they were having a struggle.
Yeah, I remember we talked about that. Barnes, I was getting into this story yesterday when we got interrupted. We walked out, but let me at least get through it. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have 2 new projects coming to Netflix.
Oh, gosh.
Remember, they had previously worked on Harry and Meghan and then Lived a Lead. So, wait. What do you guys think about this one? The first new project will follow Meghan as she celebrates everything from gardening to friendship to cooking. The show has big guns attached. The producer of Selena and Chef and the director of that Anthony Bourdain series. And then the second one is going to dive into the world of professional polo, because I guess Harry has been known to have a big interest in polo. This is all part of that $100 million deal with Netflix.
Didn't it fail the first time? The podcast they tried to do, this big $100 million.
Yeah, it didn't do well.
I'm just impressed with Barnes and me and how much we've matured. Because 20 years ago, Leslie could not have done a story where she used the phrase big guns, and we would not have jumped all over that. And the fact that we just let that story play, Barnes,
I know.
hats off to you.
Well, the world does need more polo coverage. Ugh.
Yeah.
Gosh. They just throw money at these people.
Yeah.
All right.
That is your celebrity sleaze. Good to have you, JB.